Hi folks, welcome to January 9th, about 2 o'clock. I've kind of cold out, so I've been poking around in the basement hoard, and you guys could see as I'm taking you to where I'm trying to take you to. I have quite the hoard down here. And one of my YouTube buddies has been after me for he calls them Honda scooters. Their proper name is a Honda CT90. And there were 3 of these in the hoard. There was one known as Chucky, which was yellow like this, except it had, I don't know if you guys remember the movie Chucky. It had a puppet that used to go around murdering people. So there was one of them, and the front end of that sitting out in the barn. And this is where the motor is sitting right there. So let's call that CT90 number 1. CT90 number 2 is this one. We'll talk about it in a second. And CT90 number 3 is the one I bought with my son at a car show. So I really don't want to part with that one. So this is CT90 number 2. Bought this from a friend of mine who picked it up. It was a barn find. And in that barn find was a Plymouth that looked like Christine, that was full of what he called copperhead snakes. And the snakes began to inhabit his property and cause him all kinds of trouble. When he opened up the trunk, and the nest of them got out of there and went about their business. This doesn't have any snakes in it. As a matter of fact, this thing's been on this shelf for almost 20 years. Sometimes on the back here you can kind of get a number off of them, and it does, wait, no, right here there's a 67. So I'm not sure what year it is. Let me just show the bike from the front to back. Obviously it's got the taillight, it's got the rack, it's got the shocks, it's got the chain on it. For some reason, somebody poked around to this side of the engine. I'm not sure what they were up to. I didn't take it any further than shortly after I acquired this thing, it ended up here on the shelf. I got busy, and there it sits. So it is missing that hole closest to us there is where the high-low range of the transmission is. And then if you go a little further down, that bigger hole is where the flywheel is, and it appears as if the flywheel is in there. Yeah, the flywheel is in there. So I'm not sure why they took that cover off. It does have a VIN number. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it to you. I don't know if you're able to see it there. Right there. Hopefully you can see it. Starts with the CT90, and then there's a dash something. The seat, the front of the bike, it's got kind of that red headlight on it. You can see the air cleaner. If I'm able to show you this side of the engine, you kind of see the carburetor sticking off to the side. The top of the engine is off, so it's got no head or jug, and to be honest with you, I can't tell if the piston is there. Let me look in from this angle. Yeah, I can't see the piston. If you kind of back off and look at the bike, it really appears to be in fairly nice shape. I would like to make a proposal. A buddy of mine, you guys know who it is, the people who watch this channel regularly. A buddy of mine's been after one of these. What I'd love to see happen is there's this one and the one with the brown paint. I would like to see the two of them leave, and one of the two of them come back with registration and all, so that I can make some use of it. Out of the two of them, this one is cosmetically the prettiest. The other one, somebody painted some brown paint, like Rust-Oleum color paint, and then put some pinstriping on it. Ugly as sin. I'm not quite sure what the heck possessed them to do that. But anyway, I don't have paperwork for any of them. I would like two to leave and one to come back with paperwork. That would be my proposal. So, it does appear to have a headlight. The other thing we're going to have to do is get it down from here. I mean, the controls are complete. I showed you the serial number. You can see there's a mirror on it. I have the handlebars, the front forks for another one of these. The one with Chucky on it was crashed. I mean, somebody took it off a jump and crashed it and snapped the forks off of it and did a colossal job wrecking it. I'm lucky I didn't end up with a lawsuit from that. Though, at the time that happened, it wasn't really mine, but the person who did it was a young person who, if their parents wanted to be difficult, could have made my life difficult. Yeah, I think there is a piston in there. I think it's just missing the top end of the head. These parts should be available without too much problem. Once again, I'm not sure of the condition of the motor. I guess if worse came to worse, we could probably work out something with this motor. This one's complete. This one ran. I rode this one about. I mean, you can see from the shocks, right, the color of the shock on the bottom, the way the exhaust system looks and all that, one could guess pretty much that it's where the engine came from. This is a Suzuki, had some kind of two-stroke on it. You guys could see it's the fat tired bike. I only rode it a couple of times after I went through all the trouble of smashing this engine onto it. So anyway, I hope my buddy takes a few moments to look at this video and let me know what he thinks. Anyway, folks, I really want to thank y'all for watching and commenting and subscribing. I want y'all to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now, folks.